Welcome back to NBA Cinema. So today we got to talk about Ant-Man and KG, and Paul Pierce were having a discussion which got kind of heated when KG said that Anthony Edwards reminds him of 84 Jordan. And if you look at Jordan's rookie season, I think when he played his first game, he was 21 years, 252 days old, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the statistic that I looked up the other day. And Anthony Edwards is 22 years of age right now in his, in this season. So they are roughly the same age as Jordan's rookie year right now with the accomplishments and some of the things that Anthony Edwards is doing right now, which is absolutely remarkable. He has all the physical tools to be the next guy that's looked at like a Michael Jordan. And you don't say that about many players. I mean, he is 6'4". I think his wingspan's like 6'9". Jordan was 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan, and Jordan had those huge mitts for hands. His hands is bigger than Kawhi. I think bigger than Wilt. His hands is just massive. That's why Jordan was able to get in the air and do all those one-handed, body contact shots the way he could do it. Even more so than Kobe, right? Jordan, it seemed like he didn't have to have two hands on the ball when he went up in there. He did some pretty amazing things. But I wanted to talk about that today. As far as KG and Paul Pierce getting into it, I'm going to elaborate on what I think, but let's check out what they had to say.
If it's Anthony Edwards, he got a motor. I'm going to put my bread on young fellas. He like a young 84 Jordan, boy. You hear me?
You're going too far.
Listen, Lord, you not watching. That's how I know he not watching the game.
Wow.
That's how I know you not watching the games. I said 84, nigga. I'm watching how he coming through the lane. If Cat wasn't on this team, he'd average 30-something. You hear what I'm saying to you? He'll get 15
Give me a different
more
year
shots.
of another team. 84 Jordan.
I'm a savant too.
Give me like Drexler 83 or something like that. Jordan, bro. You being disrespectful. You talking about
84. Go back and look at it. Look at this young boy. This boy coming through he turned the corner. If you ain't there, he throwing you in. Boy, you ain't watching the game.
Hell no,
See, you ain't watching the game.
Are you saying
like
the way,
I'm watching the game?
So you saying the way he
okay. Give it, come on.
So you saying the way he dunking?
I'm talking about how he coming in the lane.
Okay.
Man, he turning the corner with intent. He turned the corner and the head up. Man, if you ain't right there, he pogoing your ass.
Even if you are there.
Man, listen, don't look
maybe
at 84
86.
Jordan, boy. 84 Jordan was doing all this. Come on.
Nah.
84 Jordan?
No, 89 Jordan.
I said 84 Jordan. He just came out of college, Lord.
I know his rookie year.
That's what I'm saying. You see how he was coming through. You remember that playground joint when he was coming through and all them kids in the playground
I had that poster on my wall.
That's how Anthony Edwards was coming through the lane, bro.
And it sounds blasphemous a lot of time when you mention a player with Michael Jordan, unless you're talking about someone like a Kobe Bryant or, you bring up LeBron as far as the GOAT. But when you're talking about styles of play being two guards, you talk about Kobe Bryant. And I think that's where the comparison stops. I mean, if you look at D Wade and how explosive his first step was when he was younger, those are comparable as far as first steps as a young Michael Jordan. But Anthony Edwards, you look at the power and explosiveness because his body is more developed than Jordan's was at the same age. He just a solid dude and he has extreme athleticism. Now, Jordan, they said his vertical was 48 inches at the combine. I think Ant-Man's was 41. Or not even the combine. I just think it was measured at some point. I don't know if it was at Carolina or where it was, but they said he measured at 48. But if you look at his game, I look at the competitive fire and just the way that Anthony Edwards approaches the game. You saw him meet Devin Booker at the rim, go baseline and dunk over the top of KD. He likes to send a message. And I was thinking about when he went and dunked on KD, I thought about Jordan sending that message to Mark Eaton, which, that was a lot harder to dunk it on KD. I'm not saying that the feats are comparable, but I know Mark Eaton, the fans have been talking, and I think Jordan dunked on somebody, was it Stockton or somebody, and the fan was like, pick on somebody your own size, and Jordan went back up the floor and dunked on Mark Eaton and went back down and told the fan, is he big enough for you? And so, the fan couldn't really say anything. So I just looked at that as Ant-Man being competitive. I know he's going to try to get Wemby. He's going to try to get everybody. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to try to get everybody. And unfortunately for him, he got one of the best shot blockers on his team in Rudy Gobert. So I think Ant-Man is that guy. He's that leader. He's that toughness, Wolves kind of lacked that. Cat had talent, but he was not going to be a leader. When I saw Anthony Edwards step to Jimmy Butler that time and get in his face, especially after what the Timberwolves had went through with Jimmy Butler as far as Wiggins when he was there and Cat and that whole practice and all that. When I saw Ant-Man do that, I think that was his rookie year or his second year, I said, that's the leader of the team right there. Because you have to have that guy who steps in front of the tough guy for the other team and be willing to take it wherever he wants to take it. And when I saw Ant do that, I said, this guy's going to be all right. Then as he started to mature as a basketball player, I was like, okay, this thing is serious. He's the best shooting guard in the NBA right now. I feel like, and he sent that message loud and emphatic to Devin Booker last night, who was mentioned amongst the top shooting guards. I actually think someone like Jaylen Brown is better than Devin Booker. So if the Celtics and the Timberwolves were to meet in the finals, that would be a matchup that I would be looking forward to, even though I got Ant-Man over Jaylen Brown for sure, because I think he just has more ability. He has the higher upside. But I think Jaylen Brown would, if we talking in terms of like Jordan, and we say Ant-Man is Jordan, I do think that he could be his Drexler in a series, where they kind of go back and forth at times, but the Jordan guy is just, a bit better. Quite a bit better too. But I think, that would be a good matchup. And they're both like from that Atlanta area. So I think that would be an interesting matchup. Considering Jaylen Brown's the older player, he'd be looking to prove something just, from the same city. That'd be a battle of two of the top guards in the league and people from the same city. So do I think Ant-Man looks like 84 Jordan? Typically I say no to these type of things, but I absolutely do. I'd say I have to agree with Ticken on this. I think Anthony Edwards does look like a young Michael Jordan. Now, will he continue to expound on that and become the player that Michael Jordan is? That's yet to be seen, but he has the ability to be a great defender. I already see where he's starting to operate from with that turnaround Jay and some of the different things he's implemented into his offensive arsenal, and he's embracing being the next Michael Jordan, in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.
Skip tweeted something, and although I disagree with the tweet, and hopefully Skip would take it down.
I'm not going to take it down.
Skip. 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 Skip.